Hey nerds, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be doing an unboxing of these TMNT figures. Okay, so like I said, we're going to be doing an unboxing of these TMNT figures. So we got a couple of different ones. We got some of the older Wave 2 Ninja Turtles. We also got a pack of the villains. We got Krang and Shredder in one 2-pack. And then we got this newer set here that has Master Splinter and Baxter in it. I mostly wanted it for Master Splinter. I don't really remember that much about Baxter. So let's go ahead and jump over and check out these things a little bit more up close so we can see all the details and check out all of the little accessories. Okay, the first set that we'll be opening is this Master Splinter and Baxter set. And then we'll be taking a look at this Shredder and Krang set. Then our Leonardo and Donatello set. And last but not least, my favorite boys, Raphael and Michelangelo. Alright, so first we have Splinter and Baxter here. So like I said, we have a bunch of accessories for all of the characters. So for Splinter, we have a bunch here and some in the middle. And then we have Baxter, who also has a lot of accessories. So then on the back here, we just have this little synopsis, basically, about the turtles. They're the same thing on every box. This area will be different, saying what the characters are. Same imagery here, and then a different dynamic image of the characters inside. And then there's also a collect them all section on all the boxes. So at the time that these came out, these are the other 3 sets that also came out with some varying characters, but I don't really know these characters very well, so I don't plan on buying these sets. So when we open the box, in the back of the packaging, we have this nice, like, super thin foam mat, I would say. It's got a really interesting pattern on there, and I think this is supposed to be like a floor. And then if we pull out the back panel of the box, we got some nice little box art there. Kind of looks like we're down in the sewer. Next up, we have a plethora of hands. So the first set of hands here for Master Splinter are very interesting. I'm not really sure what they're supposed to be exactly. This one kind of looks like it's pointing, or like he could be holding a gun. And then this one here is just an interesting hand gesture. I don't know. And then we got a set of gripping hands here for him to hold a weapon. And then last but not least, we have another hand with an interesting pose. Not really sure what that'll be for until I actually use it with the figure. And then for Baxter, we have a pair of trigger hands here. Clearly he'll be holding a gun. Pew, 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 pew. And lastly, we have just some kind of open gripping hands for him to be holding any of his other stuff, I'm assuming. Yeah, so let's go ahead and jump into the actual figures and their accessories. Okay, first up we have Master Splinter. He has on his robe here, which is just tied with like a piece of little string or something. I'm not sure what you want to call that. And then if you pull back his robe, you do see a naked rat there in his belly. His hands, which are removable for some of the other hands that I showed you already. And then he does have some good points of articulation. He has some double joint here in the elbow, joint in the wrist, the head/neck, torso here like in the chest area. Then at the legs, his legs, I think they have the double joint here. Yeah, they have the double joint here, like in some McFarlane figures. And then in his ankle, he can move his foot up and down. His foot does not move side to side, it looks like. And then there's some articulation up in the tip of his foot, like his toe area. It's a little stiff right now, but yeah, there we go. There's some articulation there. Then we have the tail. And I think the tail is also posable. Yeah, there we go. You can move the tail. It seems to have like some bendy wire or something in there. So you can kind of move it around into whatever position that you want. Go, Master Splinter right there. Then for some of his accessories, we have this little book here that has all of the turtles' names and the actual people that they're named after. Leonardo, Michelangelo, Donatello, Raphael. In this art book. And then Master Splinter also comes with this scroll here. Don't know what it's supposed to be on the scroll, but that's really nice. Nice little details, like it's ripping old pages there. We got Master Splinter's sword right here. Nice little detail of the sword. It's kind of thin, a little bit bendable, but kind of be careful there. Next, we have this little medallion. We got the yin yang symbol on the end of the medallion here, and then it's just put together with this little string here. Nothing too special. Next, we have this little book here. It does not open, but you can see some pages on the inside, and then just some weathering on the outside of the book there. Next, we have this this little like rat figure here. It's just a cute little accessory. Oh, its tail moves a little bit. I don't know if that's intentional. And then we also have this like flame here that you can put around his sword. Let's see if I put it in the right direction. Yeah. So it's really loose, but he can be holding the sword like that, and it can be bursting into flames. Next, we have this little blaster that Splinter comes with. Just a little tiny gun that you could definitely put in his hands. And then last but not least, we just have his little cane here. Alright, so that is Master Splinter, and that is all of his accessories that he came with. Alright, next up we have the mad scientist here, Baxter. This is him, looking like a mutant fly. He's got his arms here in the back that have their own bits of articulation. Well, not really articulation, they just kind of move up and down. He also has his wings here, which are nicely articulated. You can flip them all around. And then he has multiple points of articulation, like Splinter, double joint here in the knee. He has one at the ankle, at the tips of his toes as well, I think. Nope, not at his toes, but at his ankle. Then at his wrist, and a double one at his elbow. Then his neck will move and swivel, and then also here at his hip. So he comes with this little plant here. It's got some nice little flowers in there. Next up, we have his computer. This one I think is super duper dope. This 2-pack has so many more accessories than any of the other ones that I've seen, but it's really nice. So we have his computer here with all this detailing on the back. Then the keyboard here built in, and then the face is holographic, so you get 3 different faces. You get this evil, smirky one here. You get one that's like happily looking in the corner with some little eyes. Then you get a surprise one like, what? Same eyes, but an open mouth. Next up, we have Baxter's little gun that he uses to shoot people and turn them into different animals. And here's the little dial here that he can set and choose what animal he wants to turn them into. Little cat, turtle, what is that? Like a donkey, rabbit, an ant, and like a fly or something like that. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. That's Baxter's little gun there. Like I said, he has some trigger hands, so he can easily hold this gun in his hand, and you can pose him up that way. And then because we have the gun that changes things into animals, we have this here little Michelangelo. This is him looking all scared, like some kind of little, like, I don't know, gerbil or hamster. And then last but not least, we have another little animal here. This looks like a little fly or insect, and it also looks like Shredder. I'm not sure if that's who it's supposed to be. I'm pretty sure that's going to be my assumption because of like the purple here and then the little helmet that it has on. I am going to assume this is like Shredder turned into a fly. All right, so that is it for this set here. That was all the stuff that we got with Baxter, and I just showed you guys what we got, all the stuff we got with Master Splinter. The first one is this Shredder and Krang 2-pack. Okay, let's go ahead and open this package up and see them and all their accessories up close. Okay, when we put them out of their packaging, this is what it looks like here. First up, we have Krang here. I'm not sure how much movement he has. He has a bit of movement in his 2 little tentacle thingies here. Those can move up a little bit so you can see his face more clearly. And then here we have his little robot suit that he uses to like walk around and do things. So I'm pretty sure I should be able to pop this open and put Krang inside. Okay, there we go. So after putting his arms here in these 2 sockets, you just put those ball joints in there. He will now fit inside of his little casing, and then the way that the joints line up, it kind of looks like his arms are just feeding through. So that is Krang. Along with Krang, we have this little accessory. Sorry guys, I honestly have no clue what the heck this is. If you know, let me know down in the comment section below, because I am at a loss. And then last but not least, I'm not sure if this is an accessory for Krang or if it is an accessory for Shredder, but we have this little canister here. Maybe it's poison or something like that. Again, I'm really not sure what exactly it is, but it looks cool. I'm sure it'll look good in some toy shots. I just wish I knew what it was. All right, next up we have Shredder. Shredder is rocking his purple cape here. Like always, it's just a nice loose little piece of fabric here. And then, of course, he has on all of his like little shield padding, whatever you want to call it, with all of its spikes. So it's just shoulder pads, the forearms, and the shins. And then he has a lot of articulation. So he has some in the head, swivel here at the hips, and then great articulation at the knees. He has a double knee joint, so I could get him to bend all the way like that if I wanted to. Or I'm assuming in a sitting position, which you know is my favorite. Then in his arms, he has articulation here at right below his shoulder, and then I think double articulation here in his elbow. Yep. Oh, I think he also has some in his ankle. So his ankle can twist left and right, up and down, and then his toes also have some flex here. So first up, we have some hands. These kind of seem to be like a little bit open. I'm guessing he's just kind of standing there, going to be ready to fight in this stance with these hands here. So as I mentioned, he has a sword. Here it is. Pretty basic here. It looks good though. And then last but not least for his accessories, we have this little Krang. Looks like a communicator to me. I'm not sure if it's like a communicator. All right, now we are getting into our first set of turtles. I love the colors. They look so bright and dynamic. And the box is basically the same as all of the others. All right, once we get the boys out of their box, this is what they look like. So here is Leonardo. So he has all the same basic points of articulation. He has a double knee joint here. He has movement in his ankle. He can swivel and do some tilting action here. Nothing in the toes. He has a single elbow joint because of the band here, and then he has some articulation in the shoulder. Also, a bit at the head, he can move, and then a little tiny swivel we get here at the hips. For his accessories, we have an additional pair of hands. So these are wide open hands, kind of like he is going to be karate chopping somebody. Yeah, 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 yeah. So those are those additional hands. And then his standard hands are kind of like a grippy hand that he would use to hold his weapons. His ninjatas. I'm not really sure how you pronounce it, but basically his two swords. No, guys, I looked it up, and these are not katanas. That is not what they are actually called. All right, now that we have checked out Leonardo and his accessories, let's jump over to Donatello. Exact same articulation in this guy, so I'm not going to show off all the points. So for his accessories, he has an additional pair of hands as well. These look like trigger fingers almost, or like pointing fingers. Closely. I'm not really sure what the intent of these fingers are in particular, or these hands. And then just like Leonardo, his standard hands are some grippy hands for his weapon. Boom, here is his staff right here. This part pops off. I'm not really sure what the point of that is. Yeah, I honestly don't know. Is it supposed to be like he broke it? He's fighting with two pieces? I don't really know. If you guys have any idea, let me know in the comment section. Again, this is his staff. Put it in his hands. Let him get to work. Okay, so these guys also come with some shared accessories. So we have a pizza here with a slice missing inside of a pizza box that actually does not close, unfortunately. But on the back here, you can see that this pizza is from Vinny's. The pizza itself is not removable from the box, and like I said, the box does not close. And then next we have another one of these canisters. I looked it up, and these are ooze canisters. That's what they are. I could not remember for the life of me. And then they come with two communicators. So we have one communicator that is closed, so it's not in use there, it's all closed in. And then we have another communicator that is open and ready for them to talk and call on each other. All right, last but certainly not least, we have Raph and Michelangelo. The box is exactly the same, so let's go ahead and bust this bad boy open so we can see them and their accessories. So here are Raphael and Michelangelo. Like I said, their setup basically looks the same as the last two. First up, we have Raph.
all the same things as the other two turtles, except we have the red bands here and the R for Raphael. So, oh, the back is a little bit different too. Like Donatello, he had this little hole in the back, so it looks like he can put his bow staff back there. And then on the back of Leonardo, we have these two holes here, which is where we can put his little twin swords there. I did not realize that's what that was supposed to be. So first up, we have another pair of hands. So by default, he has the grippy hands. The next set of hands that we have here are very similar to his grip hands. I'm honestly not even sure what the difference is. And then to go in his hands, we have his twin size here. Yeah, so this is the weapons that he uses to fight. And then last but not least, that was next to him, but not necessarily his particular accessory, is this here slice of pizza. So this slice of pizza has a hole in it, so I'm assuming that you can stick one of his sides through the pizza. Boom, there we go. Like he is picking up a slice of pizza to eat it with his side. All right, and last but not least, we have Michelangelo. Again, orange band, M for Michelangelo, and nothing here on the back based on his weapons. So first up, we have our additional hands. These make sense. You can't really like put a weapon or anything in them, but it's 2 thumbs up because Michelangelo is a rockin' dude and he's always happy. Cowabunga! Next up, we have his weapon or weapons. We have 2 sets of nunchucks. That's pretty cool. So you can have one in his hand and it just be kind of dangling there. These do feel a little bit long compared to the figure, but that's okay. I really like it, and we'll figure out a cool way to use it. And then lastly, along with those nunchucks, we have this little flying disc here, which I'm assuming you're supposed to attach to the end of a nunchuck and make it look like the other side is spinning around, like we're about to float off into the air. So if we want to use this, we just detach one of the handles, and then we should just be able to pop this bad boy right inside of here. Boom, like that. And then it looks like we got our nunchuck spinning. So that is all of Michelangelo's accessories. Let's go ahead and check out the last few, which are shared between the 2 brothers. So again, we have another box of pizza. Same sort of thing. Pizza does not come out. Box does not close. But this time, this one is from Ninja Pizza. So if you buy these figures, I'm pretty sure that the pizza boxes are mixed up because the person that I bought it from clearly took it out of the packaging, and I think they just put whatever pizza box in, whatever package. So I'm pretty sure that the Ninja Pizza is supposed to go with Leonardo and Donatello, and then the other pizza is supposed to go with Mikey and Raph. So we have our little Ninja Turtle shell shaped grappling hook right here. So these little parts do pop out to give it more of that look, and then you just put it on something so it'll look like they have hooked onto it. Then it comes with this string so you can have them dangling from here. And then lastly, we have another set of communicators. Alright guys, there you have it. That is my full collection of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle NECA figures. These are all the ones that I have right now. More than likely all the ones that I'll get. Maybe eventually I'll pick up those foot soldiers, and I would love to get Bebop and Rocksteady, but they're just not worth it at their current price point. So yeah, boom, there you go. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at _NerdyMoMo and my toy pick Instagram, Nerdy Toy Picks, to look out for shots of these guys in some dynamic poses doing some awesome things.
Alright guys, thanks for checking out the unboxing. I cannot wait to use these figures in some toy photography. I think they're going to look so good with their bright colors. But that's going to do it for me in this video, guys. If you like this video, feel free to hit that thumbs up button down below. And while you're down there, let me know in the comment section which of these figures was your favorite. Who do you wish that you had? If you're new to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can stay in the know of all the nerdy. And hit that bell notification. And be sure to share this video and my channel with anybody that you think may enjoy. And if you want to send me cool letters, pictures, or anything else to my P.O. box, here's the address down below. But as always, guys, remember, keep it nerdy.